taken from the tank furnace, which is the large structure just at the back of the platform. Now you'll notice there the crystal is glowing bright orange. That colouring is due to the extreme heat, and it will go clear when it's fully cooled down. You'll see how he's using the wooden tools to begin to shape the piece of crystal roughly, taking it from a solid cylinder to a much more rounded form. At ground level then, the bowl that's already out been blown. This piece is being kept turning until it reaches a stable temperature. While it's being turned, the piece will be given its first quality inspection. If a fault is found at that stage, the piece will be smashed and remelted back down. So even without physically handling the piece, if a fault is found, we will always put it back into the furnace. In a few moments then, the piece on the platform itself, it's after hardening up a bit too much for the craftsman to work with. So he's just about to place it into the portable furnace there to the right hand side to keep the temperature of the piece constant. The bowl at ground level then, in a few moments, that's going to be placed into the killens. Now those are the 3 silver doors there over to the right, kiln 1, kiln 2 and kiln 3. So a jet of cold water will snap the piece of crystal from the iron, and then it will be placed into the kiln. It's a process called annealing that happens in there. It removes the tension from the piece of crystal, ensuring it doesn't shatter. So it goes in at a temperature of 430 degrees Celsius, raised up to 480 once production is ceased, and drops down to room temperature over 12 hours. So by about 5 AM tomorrow morning, it'll be cool and safe enough to handle. In front of us there, you'll see how the temperature is raised on that piece of molten crystal. Once again, the wooden tools were used to shape it. A slight blow will be given into the centre, and the piece will be placed into the cast iron mould. As it's positioned within the mould, you'll see he's blowing into it. That's blowing in the centre, again hollowing it out and expanding it to fit the walls. And you get a better idea of how that cap is formed there. We can actually see it coming over between the mould and the iron. It looks like it's going to overflow from the top, but it's just going to stay at that shape until it's cut off tomorrow. So in front of us there on the Perspex board, that sheet of paper, that highlights the pattern that we'll cut on. So this bowl here, tomorrow morning when we slice off the excess, we'll have the Dungarvan pattern cut onto it. So if you're ready, we can start making our way up the steps up to the right hand side.